finally, let's talk about Combined Motor Holdings, CMH. Interesting company. It's the only player we talked about tonight that does do this vehicle distribution, new and used cars and motor rentals as its core business. It's headquartered in Durban. It was founded by the Zimmerman family. It's been managed by a guy called Jeb McIntosh for a long time, though. Market cap is only 1.27 billion rand, so a modest operator. Dividend yield quite high at 6%, price earnings ratio 8.25. Looked pretty good back in the day. Then it had a very tough spell, as one might expect, in 08-09. But it hasn't really recovered much in the way of profitability. The mix of assets seems to be fine. I mean, they've got distributorships all the way from BMW down to sort of Toyota. Yeah. I think it's, again, not quite sure of the number, but I would guess maybe 50 or 60 independent dealerships around the country. So this one, I guess, is entirely dependent on how vehicle sales go at the global level, and then they'll get their own market share.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, the NAMS, like vehicle sales have been flat, but I mean, these guys are also in the second-hand business, and I mean, that seems to be ticking up. If you look at their dealerships, they have done exceptionally well. I mean, they also have sort of boats and leisure as well. That is actually, they've closed one of their Randburg operation there, and they're focusing more on distribution. That sort of hasn't been so good for them. But overall, I mean, I like the business. It's a nice, simple business to understand. I mean, they have no logistics component, which I think would be the big growth driver. But I mean, they've got a very conservative board, like you say. I mean, Jeb's been there for forever, and I don't see that changing. I mean, this is not a company that's really going to go on an acquisition trail.
But it could get a big uptick in profitability from a following wind with regard to greater vehicle sales.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, if the sector improves, they will do very well. And I mean, remember, they've just completed a share buyback as well. So with that share buyback, that's going to enhance their earnings quality as well. You look at their dividends. I mean, they're a very, very stable dividend player. Those dividends have been increasing for the last eight years or so. And I mean, even though the dividend cover has been coming down, so the earnings haven't quite backed it, but still looks good. I mean, looks like a decent company.
I was coming in here thinking of going not hot on this one, but you know, I like the story and I like the idea that improving sales could drop to the bottom line. So I'm going to go with hot on this one. How about you?
Yeah, I think as a speculative play, it is the cheaper one at an 8 PE, but I think you can go hot on it, but know what you're buying.
Okay. So proceed with caution.